Hi, and welcome to a Friday evening live card making tutorial. And boy, I have the perfect casual Friday project. My June paper pumpkin showed up, the full of charm. And whoops, these cards are just beautiful. And what we got from the sneak peek, I thought was my favorite. And I don't know I can say that's true anymore. So let me start by introducing myself. I'm Shelley Godby, and for 24 years, I've been teaching you how to create hand-stamped smiles through my YouTube videos, my Stamping Smiles blog, and my mailing list. All right, so let's have a closer look at the Full of Charm kit contents. Now, I'm only showing you make 3 of each of the 3 cards. I'm just showing the supplies for one each of the cards that we'll be using. So you have your beautiful card bases with the gold foil. Nice, nice, nice. And then our die cuts. Oh, you know what? In the stamp set, which I don't have here because I've got them all on blocks. But when you first subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, you get a really nice block that you can use over and over. And just to make things easier, I just love our Stampin' Up! Blocks with that groove and everything else. So I've got them on there, and then it just keeps us going along. Envelopes, labels, adhesive, embellishments, and a Stampin' Spot. Hey, Miss Bonnie, thank you. She's already given my video a thumbs up and a share. I appreciate that. And hi, Miss Danette. And for every paper pumpkin, you get a Stampin' Spot. And Stampin' Up! Strives not to repeat these in a year, so you can end up with a really nice collection. And then, we've got dimensionals and tear and tape adhesive and mini glue dots. And so, okay, so I want to clean up this along the bottom, okay? Oh, so let's do this, the QR code. So for the paper pumpkin, now, it's too late to get this kit as a subscription, but if you subscribe, and often refill kits or even full kits become available, but only to subscribers. And so there's how you can subscribe. And let me show you why you want to subscribe, even though you've missed out on June. Maybe you can pick it up, but oh my goodness, look what's coming in July. Let me hide that. Okay, here is a little sneak peek for July. We can't see it because all this other, but look at the strawberry, the hints with the strawberries. Like, okay, that is really cool. And so you only have through July 10th. So if you go ahead and use that code I just put up right here, if you scan that, we can get you subscribed so you can get the July kit. All right, so let's close this. I want to clean this up. Let's go ahead and close that out. There we go. And then let me show you, for every quarter, there are dies that, and I want you to be able to see them really well, that will work with July, August, September. And we just saw the strawberry. So we have this for the strawberry, and then to do the, well, there, you can see right here, to have the little seeds on there. But that same die coupled with this is an acorn. How clever is this? And this looks like the strawberry top to me. And so it'll work for all 3 months. Now you need to be a subscriber to get these. All right, so now I'm going to close that, and so we can clean up our screen, but I wanted to show you that. And then here is, okay, that's to go get those. I thought I just cleaned that. Oh, you know what I did? I got rid of my video. Hold on. Good thing I can bring it back. I got rid of the wrong one. There we go. I want that one. And let's bring this out. Okay, and now I'm just getting too fancy-dancy here. Okay, good. All right. And then me again. This is what we want. And let's close this out, and then we can get to business. Okay, but I wanted you to see what is coming up. All right, and Miss Cynthia, hello. So the strawberries, oh my goodness. All right, does it ever get better than roses? Well, strawberries may be next. So I will do these in order, and remind me, I want to show you a kit at the end, the pop-up pails. I thought about trying to do it live, but they're motion cards, interactive, and you get one of each. And you would not have wanted to watch me try to do it live. It's actually very easy to do, but I had to put them together to find that out. But I will show them to you at the end. Okay, so let's get started. And I will follow the instructions as they are and go in order. And that starts with this, with the beautiful roses and whatever that is. All right. Oh, I didn't show you the envelopes. Look at the envelopes with the foil. Oh, no, that doesn't have foiling, but it has the orange. But aren't those pretty? All right. So we'll put those aside and all of this, and we'll pop out what we need for the first card on here. So the paper pumpkin, my gracious, I've shared with you before, I subscribed when it first came out, and it wasn't all that. And then I just keep seeing how they were so daggum good. I just had to subscribe. Hey, Miss Adelaide is here. All right. And then instead of this little spot, because I'm spoiled, I'm just going to go ahead and use my full size Pretty Peacock Classic Stampin' Pad as well as my blocks. But you know what? If you don't have any of that or someone's new, they'll have everything they need. It's just if I have it, why not use it? Okay, so what I need here is this big, beautiful. It's going to give us the detail. So let's pull that out of here gently. Can't wait to show you those pop-up pails. But in this, super easy. I mean, we just couldn't have asked for an easier casual Friday project. And I like that. I got to feel creative because I put these together this afternoon and went, oh. Okay, so we have this. And then for our greeting, we want one of these. And so we make 3 of each. I love that they give us an extra one. Oh, Miss Wanda, she's catching it live and is excited. Well, I'm excited too. I'm so glad you got to catch it live. And Miss Wanda, if you haven't yet, please give my video a thumbs up and a share. And the leaf. Okay, this is what we need. So why don't we go ahead and do our stamping. And I'm going to open this up. There we go. And oh, hello, fellow Rumbler. Well, thank you. I am having a great day, and I'm so glad you popped in to say hello. I appreciate that. I'm getting more and more views on Rumble, so it's fantastic. All right, so this is to a wonderful friend, and the stamps that always come in this, they will fit on the block that you get with your first Paper Pumpkin subscription. There we go. And they're always photopolymer, and it makes it easy to see where you're stamping. So let's go ahead and get this in here. And of course, when you're done, not only do you have a nice selection of ink spots, you've got a nice selection of stamp sets. And several of our kits come with stamp sets too. And, well, yeah, all right. Well, thank you again. And, I do the cards I've told you at the Ladies at Church for fundraiser for youth camp scholarships. And I had suggested, because sometimes the greetings are fine, but not necessarily what you want, that they save one of their card boxes and keep all their stamp sets in there because they don't take up much room. They're photopolymer, and bring them to our card classes. So they could probably always find one that would be the appropriate sentiment that they want that would fit the label. And so they're getting a nice selection. All right, so our stamping is done. Stamp right on here and look at that detail that we have. And then it's the adhesive. So let's go ahead. And I like using my Take Your Pick tool. And I've got everything listed in another video that I'm using in addition to the Paper Pumpkin kit. All right, so our directions. If you haven't seen me do a kit before, when it's a solid circle, that's mini glue dots. When it's an open, well, it's actually an octagon, but to me it looks like a circle. Those are Stampin' Dimensionals, and they're showing us to use 3. So we will comply. And there we go. So you know what? I have a customer that for a good while, she did 2 Yeah, go spread the love. Thank you. Um, she ordered 2 paper pumpkin kits, and at that time over Skype, and I don't know if Skype even exists, but we've got lots of ways, and would put them together with her granddaughter, that lived quite a distance away, and I thought that was just the sweetest thing. So it's something you could do together. So you just need a couple kits. All right, and so I'm following where they're showing us to put them as I chit chat. And some of you had some well wishes from my mom because I shared I was taking her to see an artery surgeon, and he said her arteries are just not that bad, and that's not why she's having an issue. But you know what? There's value in learning what the problem isn't, right? And so now we're moving on, and that's all good. I expect we're going to get some answers here pretty shortly. All right. It'd help if I turned it the same way they had theirs to follow. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, one in the center. That makes sense. I did that one over there, one there, and they've got one. Okay. There are plenty of places to hide them. They did a good job. And those dies, don't you think those are incredibly clever? Those dies that you can do an acorn and um, a strawberry. And of course, you'll still have the dies when you're done because you have the die that makes it look like seeds. So that's going to be a cool set. But again, you do need to be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber to get the add-on kit. Okay, so my Take Your Pick tool makes it super easy to get these off. While we're doing this, I don't know about you, but it is about to get really hot here for the next 3 days. I mean, it's been a fairly cool summer, which I've appreciated. And, but yeah, scorcher for the next 3 days. Like, ooh, baby. Okay, so I've got all of those off. And then it's just rotating it to get it on there the way it needs to go. Here we go. So this up in the corner, and then look. That just fits over there so beautifully when I get the rotation right. Getting there, very, very close. Okay. And, yep, I think, by George, I think we've got it. Okay, there we go. Isn't that beautiful? Adding that detail and then that little bit of stamping. Okay, and this one's pretty near done. These are coming off very easily at the Stampin' Dimensionals. And I like how it had that already on the sides. And I really appreciate that they give me an extra one because then it doesn't make me as nervous that I'm going to mess up. And then our embellishments. It even shows you on there to use 1 large one and 2 small. And as always, I press down on the embellishment. So the adhesive sticks with the embellishment and not on the acetate sheet. And of course, put these where you like them, but I go ahead and make the cards as shown. Okay, and one right over here. And there we have card number 1. So I expected this one to be my favorite, but as you see, it may not be when we're done. Let's move on to card number 2. And don't forget, I'm going to show you the Pop-Up Pals card when we're done. So the next one, isn't that pretty? And it's not print, but I really, really like it. And for this one, we need this. Oh, okay. Pink is my favorite for flowers, but pink roses in particular. So we need this. And they pop out pretty easily, but I still, I'm careful. I don't just rip it out. And this one. So by the process of elimination, we can just go ahead and pop out that other one and put it aside for our 3rd card. It would have been hysterical if you watched me try to put those Pop-Up Pal kits together. Now I could talk you through it easily, and I'm going to see if the ladies like it. And Miss Wendy, yes, the kits just keep improving. I just had to subscribe. They just keep getting better and better. All right, so a little bit of stamping. We want a circle. There we go. And this. And there's still, I don't know what I did with them. Some more stamps, a couple greetings that I didn't even use. I just was doing as they did it. They're here somewhere. Okay, let's do our stamping. All right, pick this up, slide that in, the Miss You, and I've got this on a clear block B. And if you haven't tried our blocks, you really do want to. All right, and so right here in the center, you know what I like about circles? If I'm crooked, you just turn the circle. All right, so we got that. So circles are very, very nice. And this big one. And this has got to be, look at that, one of their, oh shoot, I know, distinctives. I don't see them signifying that something's distinctive, but with all this different shading on here, I think that is. You know, it was Stampin' Up that came up with this. They're just amazing. Oh, pretty. And then the gold foiling shows through. We'll come down here. And I'm following the directions. Okay. I am just doing what they did, you know, and of course you can go all kinds of crazy and get creative, right? Creative crazy. Um, I'm just enjoying something all designed for me, laid out, and do what they show. But there are people that are just naturally so creative, they just thoroughly enjoy that. And I'm enjoying being spoiled. Okay. So, and if you haven't tried our tear and tape adhesive, oh my goodness. It is just wonderful stuff. I mean, you just put it down, literally, it tears. It just doesn't get any easier. It's so much better than that sticky strip we used to have. Mm. Okay, so while I'm sitting here playing with adhesive, you know, we have an incredible promotion special for June. This sweet sale, buy one, get one half off. And so by the name of it, you think, you know, it's only, you know, the full suites. Oh, no, no, no. It's any product that's available in a suite. You know, so you can do the designer series paper embellishments. And then I found over 80 products that would surprise you. And the other night, I was mistaken because at first, when it first started, the you know how much I like that. If you follow my videos, the embossing editions toolkit, it was included on the sale, and so I pulled it up to double check, and it wasn't, you know, Tuesday evening. So I thought, well, maybe they figured it out and got rid of all of them. Not at all. I clicked on quite a few, and those products that I found, other than that, amazingly, are still buy one, get one half off. And that includes even some last chance products. And okay, they show four. I mean, I guess I could get four on there, but three does seem, I'm being a rebel. Oh, Miss Patricia. Yeah, this is a pretty kit. Being a rebel and only doing three. So I can. People think I'm just this big rule follower. Okay. Gosh, my take your pick tool just makes this easier. All right, and let's get this off. So those hidden gems, check it out. I mean, the savings. So I mean, like I said, the best value to me is a full suite, because the second suite, you know, the one of equal or lesser value, everything in it will be 50% off. That's 50% off the already discounted bundle and 50% off the accessories. They never do that. And but you know, you could get two different bundles. You can, I mean, mix and match between suites. This is an unbelievable sale, and I hope you take advantage of it, because I've had a blast, and I just placed another order today. Like, I could get used to this. All right, so what I need to do is line this up to the edge. Let me gently pull. Okay, good. It wasn't quite there. Probably, I don't know if anyone would have noticed, but I do, so yeah. All right, let's get this to the edge. But wow, so those 80 hidden gems are just remarkable. And see how it just peeks out? Pretty cool, huh? And then this that we just took all the adhesive off. It goes up on top, right about there. Do, 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 do. We have the adhesive off on these. I try not to touch them because, don't want to take away from that stickiness. We're covering up that end. Oh, isn't this beautiful? Oh my goodness. When you fully expect to love the roses the most, and then you see this, like, oh, okay. So let's see, where does it want me to put these? All right about here. And so, if you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin and your kit gets there in time, and I don't live close to Utah, so it probably would, unless you're maybe on the East Coast, you could work along with me. Oh, thank you, Miss Kathy. Yeah, Miss Kathy, I really think you would enjoy Paper Pumpkin for sure. All right, card number 2. Look how quickly these go. And then our last card. Okay, I know it's out here because I had everything laid out. Well, we'll just grab another one. Oh, it's right here. It looked a lot like the envelope, so I didn't think that was it. I'm okay, really I am. Okay, so we've got this gold foiling, oh so pretty. And by the process of elimination, these are our leftover pieces that we need. We got 3 of them, and then our label. Fantastic. All right, so let's do our stamping, and let me turn my instructions. And they really do a good job with the instructions. Absolutely, really, really good. All right, and for this one I have Let's Celebrate You. And then the last one I have Mounted. All right, and both of these are on clear block Bs, back with my pretty peacock pad. And so if you haven't been here from the beginning and didn't hear me, please give my video a thumbs up and a share. And I'm using the June Paper Pumpkin Kit, full of charm. And if you want to make sure you don't ever miss out on a Paper Pumpkin Kit again, go ahead and use the link under the video if you're watching on YouTube or on my blog later to subscribe. Oh, that's pretty, huh? All right, so we have this. Set that aside. And what's cool about stamping on the foil, it resists the ink. So, the foiling comes through it, and then straight up and down. And then we need to rotate it right about here. And that is our stamping for this evening. Hey, Miss Robin. She was able to catch me live. She never gets to. And I said, oh, I wish you could. That would be so much fun. And she's here. See now, everyone? It's a party. Miss Robin's here. Okay, so let's turn these over and follow our instructions of where to put everything. And so there we go. All right, so they're showing to put a Stampin' Dimensional at the bottom, so we will. And then on here, that tear and tape adhesive. Okay, well, I'm glad you got. Miss Robin's going to watch from the beginning, and so yes, so she doesn't miss anything. But I'm so glad she's here. And Miss Robin, you want to stick around. I'm going to show the pop-up pals kit cards. They are stinking cute. I considered doing them live. I'm really glad I didn't, because you would have just sat there watching me be very confused. But they're really simple, and I could talk someone through them now that I've done it. All right, so our mini glue dots. And once I figured it out, it's like, well, Shelly, that was really easy. What's wrong with you? But, I'm just not mechanically minded. It takes me a bit. My mom's very mechanically minded, and then there's her daughter. She's also a master gardener, and I'm where houseplants come to die. So I may look like my mom, but in many respects, I am not my mother's daughter. All right, so let's peel these off. Okay. And so if the ladies at church want to do it, now I can talk them through and I'll tell you because they show you exactly where to put everything. And once you figure that out, it's like, oh, this is super simple. They just did a really good job with their instructions as usual. Okay, there we go. So let's do these things in order. And just like the last one, it starts with this. Okay, and we'll place it. Of course, we want to be able to see some of that. That green that we just stamped. Great. And then I like to take your pick tool so I can, for many reasons, but it helps me not touch the adhesive because, that takes away from that extreme stickiness. And oh, our greeting, I didn't get the what I need on there. This time I'll use 4. It shows us 4, and I think this is plenty big. We'll get in each of the diamond corners. Fantastic. All right. I'm just really jazzed up. It's Friday. It's been a long week, but getting to spend the evening with you and some cards that are so easy and just fun to make and so doggone pretty. Oh, look at this. The diamond fits right in here. Look at that. Isn't that sharp? So then it frames it. And then here, that's why it's at the bottom, right? So it can come up and over the top. So, follow their instructions for the placement. And then our embellishments. And we will do big one, small one, and let's go for it. I think it showed another small, but we better stay with small because I do have another set of these to make up. Okay, there we go. And that's card number 3. And with all of these, the envelopes are the same, so you don't have to guess which one. So there we go. Let's have a look at our beautiful cards. All right. So card number 1. And then, I don't know, this is starting to become a favorite, maybe because it's pink. But it's got to be roses because that's my favorite flower, but pink roses. So if it was a pink rose, it'd be hands down. I don't know. I don't know if you can pick, but there we go. These are the 3 cards and 3 each for the June paper pumpkin. And so if you got the kit, now you see it's super easy to put together and a lot of fun, and you'll have some beautiful cards to share. And and share by sending them to somebody or giving them somebody to share themselves, because what a blessing that is too. So yep, the June Full of Charm paper pumpkin, and this is a little sneak peek for a July online exclusives. And oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, so who's ready to see the pop-up pals? Let's put this aside. Oh my goodness, much better in person than online, but isn't that always true? So the pop-up pals, and I do have a QR code here for you. And look at this. Okay, so I did that. And so you're making all 4 of these interactive pop-up cards, whatever, $10, $2.50 a card. No way could you go to the store and get it for that. And so this is available now. 10. That is just insane, insanely good. All right. Fantastic. Let's see. And Miss Wanda. Oh, Miss Wanda's waiting for her kit. Well, thank you, Miss. Oh, you all are so great. Yeah, Miss Robin loves them, and Miss Wanda, and Miss Adelaide, and Miss Patricia already said. All right. No further ado, let's have a look. And this is the one I started with. Aren't these envelopes adorable? And they're all the same, which, see, I appreciate, because when they're in different colors, then I feel like I absolutely have to make sure it goes with the color that it is. And it's your birthday. Go bananas. You ready? You ready? You ready? Okay, that's cute. Now, on this one, I had to attach it to get it to work right. because, I did the folds like they showed us, and it was going outside, and I thought, there's no way it's going to work right. And so I put it in there, and then all the folds came together, and how cute is this? So it's your birthday, go bananas. And this is a no stamping kit. That's why it's only $10. Okay. I could play with that all day, but I guess I'm just a little kid inside. All right. And then we have the next one is your dynamite. And whoop. Uh-oh. That didn't stay attached. Okay. I probably didn't press down well enough because I was trying to figure it out. All right, let me press down a little better because that's disappointing. All right, let's shut it. There we go. How cute. Look at that mouth. So, yeah, I was fooling around. So there's our lesson. Make sure press well. Yeah. This I did this was the very last one I did, and I was rushing before our video, and I didn't take the time to press well, but stinking cute. Okay, your dynamite, and then we have You're My Best Friend. Aw, the dog and the cat, and it pops up. How cute on the rug together. Okay, and then the last one is our unicorn. Have a magical birthday. How adorable, huh? So much better in person than what I saw online. And if you've got any little ones, but actually, you could send me this one because it cracks me up. So that is the Pop-Up Pals kit. The interactive cards that will surely delight some people and delight your pocketbook, because that's really inexpensive. $2.50 a card. All right, there I go again. I was so concerned about placement, I honestly did not do what I normally would do. I did not do that. So make sure you do that. All right. Oh, Miss Robin likes the cat and dog best, and then the dino. So, but you were here to see this, and it was fun to put that other together to show you. And so the June paper pumpkin, like I said, it's too late to get this, as a subscription, but if you subscribe to get, those strawberries look fantastic, and if refill kits become available as a subscriber or a full kit, sometimes we have that too, you'd be able to pick it up and still make these cards. So make sure you don't miss out and subscribe using the Paper Pumpkin subscribe button. And that price includes shipping, and you get Stampin' Rewards on that. So that's pretty sweet. Very, very sweet. So there we go. A good casual Friday, huh? And so it's that time of evening where I thank you for joining me. Let's put this chat up here, and let's do some. There we go, so I can see. There we go. All right. Oh, I don't know what just popped up. I don't need that. And so this is that time of evening where I thank you for joining me, because I'm Shelley Godby, teaching you how to create hand stamped smiles. Oh, and a quick commercial. I am here every Tuesday evening, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, with a live card making tutorial. Years I haven't missed, and then other times I pop in like on a Friday, but hit that subscribe button so you'll know when I'm about to go live. And so thank you again for joining me. I'm Shelley Godby, teaching you how to create hand stamped smiles. Good evening, and God bless.